We'll have to figure that out. We'll have to figure that out because I don't know how to do it yet, honestly. Hope the sound is fixed. Hoping the sound is fixed now. We're talking conspiracy theories today. That's okay. Not a big deal, man. Not a big deal. I would love to do that. We just need to figure out how to. I'm not sure how to do it myself either, so we'll figure it out. But we'll have to connect outside of YouTube somehow, whether it's email or something. If you want to write down my email, it's wkaleb95@gmail.com. If you want to send me an email, that way next time I can send you the link through there, and then we'll be able to connect. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Doesn't have to be today. We'll figure it out. Yeah, I would love to have you on here, and we'll go through it. I think what it is I'll have to mute mine while you talk, and then while you talk, while I talk, you'll have to mute yours, and we'll have to figure it out. But if you could send me that, you could send me an email. That way we can connect outside of YouTube. That way, when I go live, I can just send it to your Gmail or something. Email. But yes, that's awesome, man. And don't feel bad. It's okay. Not a big deal. I had 2 people in there, and they'll come back if they want to. That's right. That's okay. wkaleb95@gmail.com. And you could always just go back and rewind. What is up, everybody? Hit that like button for me so we can get it out to more people. Share this video. We're going to be talking about conspiracy theories today. We're going to be talking conspiracies. All right. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the stream. Today we're going down the rabbit hole, deeper than we've ever gone before. Conspiracy theories. Some call them nonsense. Others call them hidden truths. The question is, what's real, what's fabricated, and what's being covered up right under our noses? Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It helps out. You'll get notified whenever we go live. How's everybody's morning going? We're talking about conspiracy theories. All right, bigger picture. Here's the thing about conspiracy theories. They've existed for centuries. From whispers in the Roman Empire about Caesar's death, to questions about moon landing, JFK, aliens, secret societies, and even modern technology. Conspiracy theories always pop up where there's power, money, or mystery involved. They fill the gaps when people don't trust the official story. Just down a little bit. The classics, the moon landing. We'll start with the moon landing. One of the biggest and most famous. Did we actually land on the moon? Did we actually land on the moon? Or was it a studio production? People point to the shadows not lining up, the flag waving in space, and missing tapes from NASA. Some say Stanley Kubrick himself helped film it. What do you think? What do you think? Moon real if you believe, moon fake if you don't. JFK assassination, Lee Harvey Oswald, lone gunman, or Patsy, the grassy knoll theory, multiple shooters, CIA involvement, even ties to organized crime. The government sealed documents for decades. Why hide the truth if it's straightforward? I've seen the video of JFK getting shot, and it's definitely from the front seat. Unless it's an AI video, you could see where the guy pulls the gun from his waistband and is like looking in the mirror. He might have even just practiced it so many times. You just shoot where you hear the voice. But he literally, there's a video where you can see the guy pull a gun out and just aim it behind him on his shoulder and it just pop. The government sealed the documents for decades. Why did they seal the documents if it's just a conspiracy theory? They just released them, by the way, so a lot of it you can go out and see. Area 51 and aliens. Do you guys believe in aliens? Do you believe in aliens? Roswell crash in 1974, UF sightings, and the government finally admitted to unidentified aerial phenomenon in recent years. Are aliens real? Or is it advanced human technology just being kept a secret? Secret societies, the Illuminati, the all-seeing eye, hidden symbols in the music, architecture, and media. Are the elite secretly controlling world events, or is it just cultural meme that got out of hand? Freemasons, one of the oldest fraternal organizations. George Washington was a Mason. Their symbols are all on the dollar bill. Do they all wield hidden influence today? Bohemian Grove. Powerful politicians and CEOs meeting in a secret forest retreat, performing strange rituals in front of a giant owl statue. Sounds demonic. Sounds insane, but it's documented. What really goes on there? And was Alex Jones telling the truth? Don't forget to hit that like button. Modern conspiracies. Was 9/11 an inside job? Controlled demolition, Building 7 collapsing with no plane impact, insider trading before the attacks, a tragedy, yes, but people still question the official narrative. Was 9/11 a conspiracy theory? Big pharma and health suppression. Do giant pharmaceutical companies suppress cures to keep people sick and profit rolling? Cancer cures, alternative medicine. Is it a conspiracy or just capitalism? Tech and simulation theory. We went over this, but Elon Musk said there's one in billions chance we're not living in a simulation. What if everything around us is just code? Have you ever experienced deja vu? It's like a glitch in the matrix. Section 4. Wild cards. The fun stuff. Flat Earth versus Hollow Earth. Which is crazier? Flat Earth or Hollow Earth? The Mandela effect. Look, they're trying to say Chick-fil-A is spelled C-H-I-C-K. We all know it's spelled C-H-I-C. What are they doing? Also, Gordon's, Gordons, N-S, is now Gortons, and that's a brand in Publix or Kroger or wherever you shop at. Time travelers, old photos showing cell phones before they were invented. Was it real or is it Photoshop? We don't know. Here's the truth. Whether these theories are real or not, they all have one thing in common. People don't fully trust what they're told. And maybe that's the biggest conspiracy of all. The idea that truth itself is consistently being manipulated. That is the truth right there. So what do you believe? Which theory keeps you up at night? What conspiracy theory keeps you up at night? Drop your favorite conspiracy in the chat. If you could have one government file unsealed right now, which would it be? If you could have one government file unsealed right now, which would it be? Do you think conspiracy theories are just entertainment, or do they point to hidden realities? What do you think? Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, that way you get notified whenever we go live, and share this with your friends and family. Good morning. Welcome in. We're hanging out. If you've got a question or if you want to shout out a conspiracy theory that we can go over, love to deep dive into a conspiracy theory on this live stream. Welcome. Today we're going to step into the shadows where fact and fiction blur. We're going to be covering classic conspiracies, secret societies, modern theories, and some of the wildest fringe ideas ever whispered online. Before we dive in, drop in chat the conspiracy you personally find the most believable. We're going to be going over the moon landing hoax. We're going to be going over JFK assassination, Area 51 and UFOs, the Illuminati, Freemasons, the Bohemian Grove, 9/11 inside job, big pharma suppression, simulation theory, flat Earth versus hollow Earth, Mandela effect, time travelers, the New World Order, weather control, HARP. Do you guys believe in weather control? Chemtrails, AI and modern conspiracies. What is the conspiracy that you believe in the most? What is the conspiracy that you believe in the most? And do me a favor, hit that like button. See that right there? There's 4 people in here and there's 0 likes right now. So do me a huge favor, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel because we're going live every single day, whether you like it or not. Would love to see you guys here. Would love to see you guys commenting. Good morning. What is the biggest conspiracy theory that you believe in? Good morning. Hello, welcome back. Thank you so much for hitting that like button. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. Conspiracy deep dive, chemtrails and HARP. We're going to go over chemtrails and HARP. Who believes that there is chemtrails, that they're spraying us with chemicals from the planes? Look up, just for a moment, how many times have you seen lines crossing the sky? Bright white streaks left behind by planes. Most people shrug it off as harmless jet exhaust, contrails. But what if I told you some believe it's far more than that? That those lines in the sky aren't just condensation. They're deliberate, a hidden agenda, chemicals released above our heads without our consent. And the program behind it might be tied to another mysterious facility, HARP. Accused of controlling weather, even minds, tonight we dive into the chemtrails and the HARP conspiracies. Chemtrails, the theory. So what are chemtrails? Does anyone know what chemtrails are? The theory goes like this. Those streaks we see in the sky aren't normal jet contrails. They're chemtrail sprays. But why would anyone spray chemicals over cities, farmlands, and entire population? Why would they do that? Depending on who you ask, reasons range from population control to weather manipulation to geoengineering to fight climate change, or even mind control experiments. What do you think? Do you think there are chemtrails or do you think there's just contrails from the plane? The evidence people point to. Conspiracy believers point to how contrails sometimes linger for hours, spreading into a cloudy haze instead of dissipating quickly. They claim this is not normal condensation. Some claim soil and water tests reveal elevated levels of aluminum, barium, and strontium, substances that could be linked to geoengineering. I definitely feel like they could be manipulating weather. Others point to official patents for stratospheric aerosol injection, or geoengineering proposals where scientists have openly discussed spraying reflective particles into the atmosphere to block sunlight and reduce global warming. I feel like if we would just not use vehicles so much and overpopulate certain areas, it wouldn't be so bad. But that's just me. If these programs are real, who's authorizing them? The government, private corporations, or some global cabal? If it's just water vapor, why do some planes leave trails and others don't? Why do some leave trails and others don't? Flying at the same altitude on the same day, you would think that every plane would leave behind these trails. Type in sky clean if you think it's harmless, or sky spray if you think something's going on. HAARP, High Frequency Activity or Active Auroral Research Program, the facility. Now let's connect it to HAARP. Deep in Gakona, Alaska, lies a strange-looking facility with huge arrays of antennas stretching across the ground. Officially, HAARP was built, that's HAARP, was built to study the ionosphere, the layer of our atmosphere that helps radio waves travel. Interesting. But unofficially, well, the theories about HAARP are next level. These are the claims. Weather control. Some say HAARP can manipulate weather, creating droughts, floods, even steering hurricanes. Imagine having a weapon that doesn't look like a weapon, but can cripple a nation by destroying its crops or flooding its cities. Hurricane Katrina, the 2010 Haiti earthquake, some conspiracy theories point to HAARP. Mind control. Others claim that HAARP can emit frequencies that affect human brainwaves. Imagine the entire population influenced emotionally, mentally, without even knowing it. It sounds like science fiction, but we already know sound and frequency can affect moods, focus, and even behavior. Military superpower. HAARP has been accused of being a modern-day death ray, a weapon disguised as research. Is it coincidence that the military was involved in its funding? Is that a coincidence? The mystery. HAARP officially shut down in 2014, though it occasionally reopens for scientific experiments, but skeptics believe that it's just a cover. That the real program continues in secret, possibly in facilities we don't know exist. If government could control weather, do you think that they would use it as a weapon? Yes or no? But let me know. The connection between chemtrails and HAARP. Here's where things get even wilder. Some theories tie two together. Chemtrails, they say, spray metals into the atmosphere, making the sky more conductive. Then HAARP beams energy into the atmosphere, manipulating weather patterns, storm, or even communication worldwide. Think about it. Why spend billions on nuclear weapons when you could control rain, drought, or even earthquakes? The questions you can't ignore. If HAARP and chemtrails are just innocent science, why the secrecy? Why does information about them get so quickly dismissed or labeled as crazy? Why do patents exist for climate engineering, yet people who talk about chemtrails are mocked? If governments had the power to weaponize the weather, do you honestly think they would resist it? If you could ask HAARP scientists one question, what would it be? If you could ask them one question, what would it be? At the end of the day, whether you believe in chemtrails and HAARP or not, here's what makes these conspiracies so powerful. They touch something primal, the sky, the weather, things we all live under, things we can't escape. If someone or something could control that, they wouldn't just control the nations, they would control humanity itself. So the question is, are those streaks in the sky just planes passing by, or are they writing the future of the world in plain sight above our heads? It's an honest question. It's an honest question. Go ahead and hit that like button if you're still in here. Has anyone heard of Project Bluebeam? Has anyone heard of Project Bluebeam? Imagine this. One night you look up at the sky and see a massive glowing figure. Maybe it's Jesus. Maybe it's the Virgin Mary. Maybe it's Buddha. But what if I told you it wasn't divine at all? What if the government, using technology we can't even imagine, staged the greatest deception in human history to unite the world under one global order? That's the theory of Project Bluebeam. The origins of the theory. Project Bluebeam was first introduced to the world in the 1990s by Sergei Monast, a Canadian investigative journalist. He claimed that NASA, along with the UN, was planning a massive psychological operation to establish a new world religion and one world government. How? By using advanced holographic technology, satellites, and mind control. Do you think whistleblowers like this die of coincidence, or are they erased? Do they die of coincidence, or are they breakdown of knowledge? According to Mana, the first step is shaking the foundation of history and science. Hidden artifacts would be revealed or fabricated to make us doubt everything we know about religion, archaeology, and even evolution. Imagine suddenly discovering proof that the Bible was altered or that extraterrestrials created humanity. The physiological shock alone would destabilize faith worldwide. The Great Space Show. Here's the wild part. Massive holograms projected into the sky, visibly across entire nations. Different religious figures would appear depending on the culture. Jesus in Christian countries, Muhammad in Muslim nations, Krishna in India, Buddha in Asia. Eventually, all these images would merge into one single figure, the savior of the world. Think about modern projection technology, holograms of celebrities performing after death. Now imagine that, but scaled up to the sky. Telepathic mind control. Manas claimed Bluebeam would also use low-frequency radio waves to beam thoughts directly into people's minds. In other words, you wouldn't just see your God in the sky, you'd hear him inside your mind. Some call this the voice of God technology. The military has experimented with sonic weapons and brainwave manipulation. So is this really impossible? You gotta think it might be possible. Why would they do this? Why fake the apocalypse? Control. If governments or a secret elite can unite the planet under one banner, no more borders, no more resistance, a single authority controlling everything from food to thought. Some say Bluebeam isn't just about religion. It could also be used to stage a fake alien invasion. Imagine UFOs falling from the sky, an external threat, forcing the world to unite. Ronald Reagan once hinted at the UN speech that nothing would unite Earth faster than a threat from outside this world. It makes you think about this. They're trying to say that something's coming from outer space right now. Signs and modern parallels. Signs and modern parallels. We've already seen glimpses of holograms in this public. Tupac at Coachella, Michael Jackson after death. China has projected giant 3D whales over stadiums. Japan, Hatsune Miku is literally a holographic pop star. What happens when the tech moves to the stratosphere? Satellites plus holograms. The sky as a movie screen. Meanwhile, military projects like HARP or patents for the voice-to-skull technology make people wonder, if parts of Bluebeam are already being tested? I believe that they are. Questions that haunt this theory: would people be able to tell the difference between reality and illusion? Or they willing would they willingly follow the images in the sky? If the plan was exposed in 1990s, has it been scrapped or simply delayed until the right moment? And here's the biggest one. If tomorrow, worldwide, a giant glowing figure appeared in the clouds and a voice boomed inside of your head, how many would resist and how many would obey? Project Bluebeam might sound like science fiction, but the pieces of it, holograms, satellite control, sonic weaponry, are very real. Whether it's truly a mastery plan or just a terrifying what if, one thing's clear. If the powers that be wanted to deceive us on a global scale, they already have the tools to do it. So next time you look up at the sky, ask yourself, are you seeing clouds or the beginning of a show that's being planned for decades? What is the biggest conspiracy theory that you believe in? Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing today? I was going to talk about conspiracy theories, but we could talk about whatever, though. You are the best, bro. Good morning. How are you today? I'm going to end this one and redo it.